Okay, hi there. I am playing Assassin's Creed 2 for... Hmm, I'm not sure if this is my third or fourth, like, I'm gonna beat the game playthrough, but thought I'd talk about it some, because I got a collectible of 15 Codex pages, and I've been doing screenshots in 4K, and I thought this might be a good chance to play it in 1080p and just ramble some. I've only played 1 and 2 to completion. I've probably played the first one twice. Um, my first experience with this was the Mac port, which, like many Mac ports in the 2011 to, 2016, we'll say, era, was quite busted. I feel like this one sort of worked, and Brotherhood literally needed fixes to even boot. But I wanted to talk about it because I do think this is a good game. I, but I have noticed, especially on this repeat run here, that there are things I think that are not great for multiple playthroughs. But I'll talk about the good stuff first. Obviously, it's long, and I think that'll end up being a negative later, but the environments, the way things are set up for movement and motion, traversal, is genuinely incredible. The fact that there's so many paths through everything, despite how limited the system technically is, really good stuff. It is just a blast to roam around this world.
I've plenty of pain for you right here. Get away!
Mute my phone, sorry. While its historical accuracy is obviously highly questionable, I think I'm okay with the idea of that. I mean, there was a lot of really heinous stuff going on in this period in Renaissance Italy. I mean, Venice pretty much had open slavery. And, you had certain people required to wear armbands. I won't go into too much detail in case I ever monetize this channel. I don't want it nuked, but very heinous, very real problems. I mean, even someone like the Medici. A lot of people would argue they're not heroes, and I feel like it's played that way in this, but that stuff's not important. And especially for the era this was released in 2009, that just wasn't really a factor. We're not trying to make hyper-realism. It's not a historical document, it's a fun experience where you play a hero. The variety of the environments is also nice. I mean, the fact... I'll never forget the first time I played it, being shocked at how many cities there are. I mean, granted, Tuscany and Forlì aren't gigantic, but I mean, they're not insignificant either. And obviously, Florence and Venice are huge. I thought Florence would be the whole game when I first played this because it's so large.
Must be a drunken wager or something.
I do also think that the voice acting, at least for the main conspirators and Incio, is really good. I was shocked to learn that this is the guy that does a lot of modern Sonic and Chris Redfield. Because I feel like those performances are genuinely pretty hokey. They're silly, And this one is not perfect. I mean, a lot of it is very video gamey. But he does a good job in the serious moments, and I actually genuinely feel like, especially this... It's funny, the DLCs aren't great, but the voice acting in the sequence where you beat the final DLC part that's some genuinely good voice acting, even though it's kind of a campy, you have to choose your own fate type speech. He really does a good job selling it.
No, Mom. I'm only visiting. Get up now. What's going on?
As for the rougher things, I will say that I think the mission structure gets really repetitive really quickly. There are so many simple assassination missions or gimmick missions. And then you occasionally end up with ones like in the DLC where they're suddenly asking you to not be seen a lot. And this game's mechanics make that possible, but not easy. I definitely had to do some retries on the getting spotted DLC missions, not get spotted DLC missions, I should say. I do also think the side content is kind of limited, and that might make the extreme length of the game a little more tolerable. I mean, you literally get mail delivery, pretty basic assassination missions, tombs, that one being my least favorite, which is why I haven't done it yet,
Peasants are not allowed up here.
and the races, right? So, I mean, that's not a lot, and they're actually pretty limited in the number of them. I mean, I think there are more assassinations than the others. Jesus. Sorry, lady, thank you.
Who do you take yourself for, deficiente?
Could really use a group.
Come, amici. A weekly bleed.
There are little things, too, that, like, I really like how they use the fact that you're in a computer simulation to the game's advantage. I mean, maybe some people don't know this, but, like, you can go into the database, and for certain things, who will straight up, like, they'll give you a little historical lesson on, like, most of your contacts, and you know, some of these are like that, and there are some that are actually little cutscenes.
The youngest member of the second most notorious Florentine banking family.
That's really cool. That's an incredible amount of detail, and it uses the fictional medium in a diegetic way to let you learn a little bit more about the game. That's kind of cool in my eyes. God, is there really not a group nearby? Oh, hi, ladies. Perfecto. God, I think my main complaint, though, is just the extreme length. Like, I've been pretty basic on this run. I have not been picking up treasure chests. I got the villa done really early, and I bought almost everything pretty quickly. I haven't done that much side content this time. And it's still just taking a long time. I'm feeling pretty severe burnout. I want to get it done. Okay, wrong way. But with that said, I did not feel that way during my first two playthroughs, and I remember that. So this is something worth owning. Also should say this is the original PC version from Steam, not the NCO trilogy. The more I read about that, the more I think I want to stick with this. There's just... oh, fuck. Basta! This version was pretty hard to mod. I basically just got it stable at 30 frames per second. I didn't bother. I couldn't get the textures working. The Eagle fix made the game crash. I think a lot of that stuff works better with the NCO trilogy, and that might be the one reason to get that. I don't even know if they still sell this, honestly. I haven't looked into that. Ubisoft does not do a good job of preserving their older games, and they're often on proprietary engines that Ubisoft makes, so modders can't fix them in the ways you would expect. Like the really cool parkour mod for this, which, based on videos, people should be using, is a cheat engine thing, weirdly enough, which is, I mean, I've almost never seen a significant mod handled that way, but that's kind of what the engine requires. It's also 32-bit, it doesn't run on multiple cores properly. I don't think they fixed a lot of that stuff for the update, which, very Ubisoft. But I mean, if you can finagle with it and get it working, I really believe this is worth your time. And while I haven't played the more recent titles, I have friends that have, and
Something to think about.
I like to keep up with stuff on the internet and whatnot. So I mean, I've seen a lot of footage and reviews and thoughts on said games. They clearly lost their way. I'm looking forward to finally playing Brotherhood in full. I try to play it right after this, so I'm usually burned out. This time I'm committed. I'm going to do it. And it's funny, despite this game was, you know, made over several years, which is one of the reasons I think it works. It had a lot more time and effort put into it. And they started that 1-year release cycle, multiple segments of Ubisoft working on games thing in Brotherhood. And the amount of content and improvement in that game, despite it being turned around in a year, is definitely worth mentioning. Guess I want to go into Forley proper. I feel like that's where they're at. Another thing is that so many of the weapons and mechanics are genuinely kind of useless. I don't think I've poisoned a single person this entire playthrough. I've used the gun a few times on distance enemies, especially for those don't get spotted missions. But, you know, you could really make it the whole game just using your blades and your sword, pretty much. And that's unfortunate.
How can we help?
There are other mechanics. I mean, you can throw sand, you can take people's weapons if you're unarmed.
Va bene, bello.
Oh, guardate. Che zucche.
You can train to pick up the big guys' weapons and use them, and there's some fun animations, but like, your average player is not gonna learn about that training mechanic, pick up those abilities, use them, even if they have them. It's just easier to use your base weapons. And I'm not sure how you would go about encouraging people to do that, to use all that stuff. I mean, most games would probably go around making enemy types that this tactic works better, so you end up kind of mixing it up. But, I don't know. That is a kind of a little bit of a downside. Pick this up, even though I'm not going for all these. Too many. Collectathons are not good. Oh, they're on that church, but I'm not going for it.
Milano has nothing on me. I have the sharpest claws of all. Hang on. Buy me a little time.
I mean, it's funny, this is one of the only times, maybe in a few missions, that having a group to distract guards is useful. I mean, it's better than fighting 4 guards plus everyone else who shows up. And there are a few missions where it can help you get past, like a blockade to enter an area, if you don't want to go around in the rooftop environment, but... Something else I kind of find amusing is that I remember, like, at the time it came out, Assassin's Creed 3 was pretty widely reviled by most of the community. And I think in retrospect, now that the games have turned into these really bizarre collectathon, leveling up, buy grind points type games for the most part, people look back on 3 more fondly, even though they might not like the story or... I'm tempted to play that too, but
How can we help?
I think the thing that bothers me the most is I know there's essentially 2 prologues, so and it could be just hours of gameplay before you're like really let out in the world. Whereas this game has about a 2-hour prologue itself, but it's one and done. And then you're in Florence, and it's pretty open for a good bit there. Okay, I believe that clears us up. Nearest fast travel is all the way back down there, or am I closer to that one by the boats? What?
My melody, not your Unbelievable prices I have for you, Stimati.
I do think some of these outer environments are not too great. I mean, there's definitely some copy pasting going on. That's just the nature of games in this era, and any open world game, unfortunately, for the most part, but definitely a lot less to see out in the open world. Like the mountain section, you go through that with Leonardo, there's like no, the big carriage chase, and there's really no purpose in ever doing it again. Other than to collect, I think, a few feathers and a treasure chest. I mean, you can't even fast travel there. You have to actually go to the right point, I think, from Monterogi. Let's check out Tuscany. Southgate. And yeah, even though I'm not going to 100% it, I'm happy I'm playing it one last time before I'm done. Okay, there are two. I didn't do any of the side content here, or the tomb.
Only the height of the smithy arms are available.
God, am I that? Oh, I didn't even look at my bar because I'm so colorblind.
There! Don't
Oh,
let
hell.
he's getting away! Down or I shoot! Down or I shoot!
And I will say, well, the game leans on pretty similar building setups and layouts. There are some slight differences in how these areas are set up. I'd say this one is probably the most unique with all the tall buildings and the way it's kind of starts low and elevates up with steps and stairs. That's kind of cool. It allows the buildings to be more slanted. Uh-oh. It's nobody. I'm no one. Nope. Shit.
I sing a different song. Move! No! Move and see! Why do this? Please! I am I want no part of it! Non mettere le dita nel naso, bambino! I hate these arms. Let go!
Well done, well done! Bravissimi!
I'm only the finest wool, silks and leathers. My craft will last a lifetime.
I would also say that the raw combat's not too exciting. Between how big your health bar gets with the armor, how much health you can hold, the only dangerous enemies are really the big guys, and as long as you learn the mechanics about dodging and stuff, nothing's a threat for real. I mean, I think most people want an easier game, and sometimes I'm not opposed to it. So I don't think that's huge trouble. Though I do believe they did a good job of making, I mean, with what little I played, the countering system in Brotherhood is definitely an improvement.
I am blessed this day. Two new artists of rare talent and fine pedigree have joined my
Haven't I seen you before?
Aspect.
Lachu, Robert.
Damn it, come on.
Where he went? Aye, yeah, there, get it.
What is this?
Madness. I want no part of it. What rocket collapsed it?
No, Mama.
Come, good folk. See latest design.
That's a funny outfit. Another mask tonight.
Oh yeah, I didn't talk about the soundtrack. This is some of Jesper Kid's finest work. And I play a lot of old games. I'm familiar with the man. His stuff on the old Hitman games, he's a high-level person in the craft. But some of the songs he made for this, I mean, Heart, the Florence songs, I mean, it's top-shelf stuff. Good to listen to. It really evokes emotion and feeling. Impressive work. Okay, I believe that wraps this up too, so then just Venice. My nearest fast travel point is there, probably.
Won't run away this time.
Which is behind me. I get so disoriented in this game.
God damn.
Oh, hell.
Has he lost his mind?
They're gonna throw rocks at me.
Where did he?
Okay, good.
Another mercenary. I know that.
We must try to keep you breathing.
Was there someone marked as a quest NPC up here, even though I don't see one on my map?
Clear throats. Here! Don't lose him again! I don't see him anymore.
They probably can't get up here.
You can't escape. Accept your fate peacefully. I see him.
Oh, what? Uh-oh.
They say that you can capture from Outlaws one ounce to a man's balls, yes?
So then, okay. Oh, it's a race. I'm not good on that right now.
Get down, down.
Okay, so I guess we'll show just a few more brief minutes of Venice, and then that'll be all she wrote. But yeah, I mean, in the event that you somehow never played this, you should. And it's worth a replay too, but, you know, I think on multiple runs, you'll realize it's worn its welcome out, finally. But it's also a long time after this game came out, and that's worth mentioning as well. Guess we'll start there near the Arsenale. Work our way back. I mean, it's the year of our Lord, 2025. This came out in 2009, if I'm not mistaken. Probably just around 2 years after Game 1. Also, while a lot of the textures and models are pretty low poly, especially by today's standards, obviously the faces can look mighty goofy. I do think this is a beautiful game. In some ways it does kind of evoke Renaissance painting visual vibes. I do think it might be a bit too muted, but I'm also colorblind, so I'm not a great judge of these things. I'm hella red-green colorblind. And as my girl obviously always lets me know, I'm more colorblind than I think I am. God, they really went crazy on the number of traversable routes. That always impresses me. They work the same way, right? God, I missed a few waypoints, too. Should I hit those? Oh, I will say the default control scheme on PC is not good for your hand health. You basically end up holding W, Shift, and Spacebar a lot. Oh, hell. Is that inside? That explains why I didn't do it. It's funny, I also found the truth puzzles to be a little less worth my time, but I do remember being stunned by them the first time I played the game, so I don't want to disregard them either. I mean, it's goofy conspiracy stuff, but it has very spooky vibes in a way that I like, kind of like it's got a sci-fi horror energy to it all. Kind of cool. Yeah, Jesper Kid made incredible music. That's genuinely one of the best parts of replaying this, and part of why I wanted to. What's the best way to get on this annoying tower? Not a good way to jump up. Is that? Oh. Pardon? I will say, I do wish the viewpoints required a little more thought. This is definitely a rare case where I had to figure out the starting route to it. Most of them are that very simple building design where you just have to figure out the right wall of the four walls that gives you a path. And that's not too awesome. Obviously, a few of the more important historical sites have a more varied route kind of thing, and I think that's good. Okay, gotta get out of Arsenale, though, to get to that. It's funny, there's so many areas of the game like this that are only used in a few missions, and I mean, this is not it's a pretty substantial area. I mean, you might only get in here for one full mission. I still think I would probably put the Elder Scrolls Oblivion soundtrack a little higher on the list, but I mean, this is definitely in that realm.
What?
Let me go.
What?
Bring it, Struzzo.
I need it.
Glad to be of service. Please, come again.
Come on, get up here. I wish that boat was facing the better way.
He's here! Your man! Getting away!
Not bad. I didn't know y'all were guarding money.
Get him! Now! You shouldn't be here! I found him! You won't get away!
Oh, come on. These guys should be in the MLB. Holy shit. Throwing bricks all the way up here.
Ciao, Balan!
Shadows are his element. His nerves are made of steel. He'll gut the guard, then climb their heads.
Holy crap. I can't believe I missed so many. I was being pretty thorough about getting those, I thought. 1, 2... Alright, there are more. There are, oh, 3... 4 left. Oh, fuck it. Let's go ahead and hit them, right? It's funny, I don't think there's a meaningful reward for doing all the viewpoints other than getting the cool view and the jump down, but I mean, that is a nice thing. It's never gotten tiring. Like I said, the only real complaint there is that a lot of the buildings are essentially the same building.
What are you doing here? Get down, Strozzo!
Yep. Like the Florence has a lot of that same building with the one side, and then I would say Venice has a lot of these church ones where the secret's real easy. It's just to run up the wall and then climb up. Is the next one right next door? It is that one.
Hey, get down at once. You'd better get out of
The
my
grab
sight.
mechanic is super handy for avoiding damage on falls. Even if you take a really stupid jump that should kill you or whatever. Oh, it's above me.
By order of the Doge himself, non-carrier pigeons are to be shot at will by the populace. The bounty of 1 ducat per 100 shall be offered as a recompense for the truly illustrious.
Become one with the eagle.
Not be up there. No, you don't.
Uh-oh. Bonk.
Save us time. Running straight to the cemetery. I see him. There.
Can't catch me.
Down. Order.
Uh-oh, archers are better than the rock guys. I think the grab protects you from some of that if you jump and grab. Oh, hell.
Behind you. Wow. Actually not as big an idiot.
Damn, NCO's getting fucked up.
There. On him. Don't let him walk away. Shall we dance?
Don't be shy.
It's funny, the jump and grab isn't required in too many areas. There are a handful. Sometimes it does just make things easier. Oh god.
No need to be shy. Come forward.
Laju, you want it?
Okay. Basic tower. No! I will say, I think you mostly feel in control once you learn how all this stuff works. There is the occasional moment like that you'll take an accidental dive to your doom or to losing an absurd amount of health or into a hay pile, but that is pretty darn rare. As long as you keep the, camera oriented the right direction and you don't always hold down space. I think some people keep it held down in the free running to the point where you are guaranteed to launch off or make a bad jump, as it were. Okay, last one, then we're on to codexes, then I'm done with this. It's about bedtime. Uh-oh. My bad.
But you are not going anywhere. I don't see him anymore. Ah, there! After him! Hurry! Which way? There! There! Don't lose him again! Did he get clear?
Game's just definitely made with a lot of love. And in a time where I think people were trying to evolve open worlds and maybe still going through some bumps as far as how do you fill it with content, how do you keep it from being samey or boring. I do think they were definitely, this is a positive step forward in all of it.
Have you been drinking?
Great metal work here.
Come, friend. Here the customer is on. Enjoy your purchase and come again.
I'd start running.
You will get me assassino.
Shit. That's what not holding down space that I talked about. You'll run up buildings you don't intend to run up too. I got better about it this playthrough, but I'm tired. Okay, let's do this codec. Tip off to that last vantage point.
Protect the innocent. What's the matter with you, Shagurato?
Come, look at my craftsmanship.
Keep away from me, Tim. Guard.
In the early game, getting those guys and tackling them is worth it because you get that 1,500 pretty much guaranteed. Obviously, as you get your villa set up, it's not worth your time anymore. Unless you just kind of incidentally run into it like that, but...
Vabbè.
pensi? Dammi un bacio!
Questa è di grossa
If you've never heard this composer's Hitman soundtracks, especially I would say Hitman contracts, make sure you find that on YouTube, or it might be on Spotify. I was surprised that he still was contributing music into the late series. I thought they stopped using him. I need to look up more of his modern works. I have not. So the Borgia messengers having money makes sense to me logically, you know? It's weird they're not marked on your map, but that's fine. Gives you a challenge if you lose sight of them and want that money. What's weird is that the thief mechanic. There are thieves that have less money than the Borgia guys, and if you tackle them or kill them, it says you got back the thief's money and your own. But it's not like a mechanic where they have to make contact with you, which would make it, you know, make sense. They just appear. Like, I was above on the roofs, and then one of them appeared on the ground below me. The little red lock or purse icon, whatever it is. I always thought that was a little strange. Because in cutscenes, people will take stuff from you. But they make contact with our boy Incio to do that. Oh, I'm in the Carnival District. That's maybe another very minor quibble. The people in the Carnival District are celebrating Carnival forever. Doesn't matter what time of day, anything else, they're wearing their get-ups, their masks, they're spitting fire. For now, until you quit playing the game. It might have been cool to do it for the whole city, but it was just during that period. But I mean, I think the way the game wants you to play it, for the most part, people are probably going to do all those missions as one quick burst anyway. I don't know, that's the kind of thing a company would figure out when they're further along in their development journey. Stop spitting fire.
Who do you take yourself for, deficiente?
Well, it's funny, Ubisoft wasn't a new company at this point. Like, they had been around a long time, actually. But if you look up their works in the 90s, it's a lot of shovelware across multiple consoles. They would occasionally have a Rayman or something truly wondrous, but I mean, a mountain of shovelware.
Ah, mi sa che mi sono innamorato. Brava tesoro, facci vedere tutto. Danzate con stile. Quanto chiedi? E bellezza?
The way they flirt is so silly. Both parties. The girls just do some light singing and humming, and the guys are like, hey. Okay, last one. Up in the middle somewhere. Nice hat. Yeah, and then it's like you cross the street or the bridge, and the carnival's over. Yeah, there's still people dancing forever. Well, it's funny, other than doing waypoints, or your average person may never come back over here and see this stuff. It's like Incio killed the Doge like probably years ago at this point. Hey, you're blocking my route, friend. Oh. Oh, hell. Oh, that's not a real herald I can bribe. That's strange.
No! No! Stay away from me! What's wrong with you? Shoot! I don't care who you are or where you came.
The felonies not usually committed by any citizen of Venezia have been revived.
Bella giornata, non è vero? He's crazy.
I will say, too, if you can get that eagle patch working, I've watched some comparison videos, and what it does with the draw distance increase and the shadow resolution increase is huge. Because this game is pretty, but that is something that will jump out at you, is like, wow, stuff in the near distance is popping in, and the shadows, even at close distance, are pretty rough, and at medium to far distance, they are some PS1 shadows. So if you can figure out how to get those to work, you should use them. I like to consider myself pretty proficient at modding, and I definitely could not get it to work without crashing.
Bene, we're with you.
I do assume part of that is Ubisoft jank.
Forgotten what you did to my sister, figlio di puttana.
Whoa. What he did to his sister?
Come back to bed.
So now do I have to go to Leonardo? That's how I get back to Uncle's villa. Maybe that happens when I take them all to... Because, yeah, he should be in Venice. Part of the game I'm in. Though I also wish the icons had color. Okay, we'll head here and then I'll exit. Oopsie. All that time to find it and then I don't click on it. Even though there's almost no use for it, other than occasional moving around, I do think it's nice there's a boat system, even just for the slight touch of seeing people come by. No enemies can swim in this game, and it's also funny that if you jump on someone's boat, they immediately panic and commit unlife. Well, it's funny, while the NPCs don't have deep reactions, I do like that they react to your parkour and craziness a bit. They will occasionally say funny things, interesting things. It's pretty rare. Stock up on health.
You should feel better now, but take care in future.
That's certainly adventurous.
Oh, has no one got a broom over here? Yeah! Thanks. I'm sure anyone who's spent a lot of time playing this knows this, but you can pick up occasional items. They're weak compared to your weapons, silly, whatever, but it's kind of funny that you can in people with a broom.
Come, let me send you to hell.
Canaille! Who do you fight? Is it only your vanity you serve? Leave me be!
God, I'm doing a terrible job of doing the dodge properly today. Okay, I tell you what.
Let me go!
Oh,
Just leave me alone! I swear I've nothing to do with anything!
My God! Get away! Don't fail!
Diavolo! This used to be the safe net.
Come see me later, Fizzle.
Please, just leave me be! Whatever I did...
I just beat that guy's ass and she was like, come see me later. So that's it. It's worth your time. I think on your third or fourth playthrough it will wear thin. But for its time, what it is, the sum total of its parts, it's still a really great game. And if you haven't experienced it, please do. Thanks for watching.